I was standing in the baggage claim area, heart pounding, staring at the empty conveyor belt, and all I could think was, this can't be happening. It was my dream vacation, a trip to Japan, a place I'd been dreaming about for years. The excitement of finally being there, the food, the culture, the history. But then, of course, reality hit in the worst possible way. My luggage was nowhere to be found. It wasn't on the carousel. I waited, pacing back and forth, watching every other passenger grab their bags and leave. I mean, what do you even do in that moment? I had no idea. I stood there for what felt like hours, the sinking feeling in my stomach growing stronger. Finally, I went to the help desk. They told me my bag was still in customs. What? Still in customs? What does that even mean? I thought it would be a quick fix. Maybe a couple of hours, I figured. Just some paperwork, a little wait. But as the hours ticked by, it became clear. My bag wasn't coming anytime soon. And just like that, everything I'd packed, my clothes, toiletries, camera, even the gifts I'd bought for friends, was locked away, stuck in some bureaucratic limbo, somewhere in a building that felt like a million miles away. I'll be honest. I was angry. I felt hopeless. There was no way to know when it would be released, and I wasn't even sure what steps to take next. I didn't know if I should just leave and figure it out later or stick around and keep pushing. But here's where things took an unexpected turn. I remembered something I'd never thought I'd need: travel insurance. Now, I wasn't one of those people who would normally jump on that sort of thing. Honestly, I always thought it was an unnecessary expense. But before I left for the trip, a friend of mine, who's been all over the world, insisted I get travel insurance. Just in case. She kept saying, it's not about whether it's going to happen, it's about being prepared when it does. And I have to admit, I was a little skeptical at first. But in that moment, standing there at the airport, feeling like everything I owned was slipping away, I was so glad I listened. I pulled up the policy on my phone and called the insurance company. It was honestly one of the easiest things I've ever done. They connected me with an agent who was so calm, so understanding, and actually walked me through exactly what I needed to do next. The worst part of this whole experience was that I had no idea how to navigate customs, what to say, or even what was happening to my luggage. But the agent on the other end gave me clear instructions, and within just a couple of days, my bag was released. It felt like I'd just won some major victory, you know? My whole trip, which had started in such an overwhelming mess, was finally back on track. But here's the thing, what I didn't expect was the emotional toll. For those first few days without my bag, I was miserable. I was so focused on what was missing, what I didn't have, that I forgot to focus on what I could still experience. I was stuck in a mental loop of frustration and stress. Looking back, I wish I'd remembered that travel isn't just about the destination or the stuff we carry with us. It's about the experience, the moments that you can't plan, and the things you learn along the way. I would have been a lot more relaxed if I'd let go of the stress and enjoyed the journey a little more. So, if you're ever in a situation like this, where things don't go as planned and you feel like your whole trip is falling apart, remember that there's always something you can do. And sometimes, the thing you need most is someone who knows what they're doing and can give you peace of mind when everything feels chaotic. For me, that was travel insurance. And for what it's worth, the insurance company I used, Orust Insure, really came through for me. I'm not saying this because they paid me or anything like that, but honestly, it felt like a lifeline. It's not just for when you're stuck at customs, but for any little mishap that could happen on your trip. If you're ever unsure about whether it's worth it, trust me, you'll be glad you had it when something unexpected comes up. So yeah, travel insurance. It's not glamorous, but in that moment, it made all the difference. Anyway, I hope this story helps you realize that even when things go wrong, there's always a way to fix them. And maybe next time, you'll remember to take that extra step to protect your trip before you go. If you want to learn more about how Orust Insure can help you out, check the link in the description. Trust me, it's worth looking into.